So this tutorial is about this style of makeup. I don't really have anything to say about it. It's a very dark makeup, I guess. It's got black in it. My wings are really accentuated with the black, and it's just kind of professional but subtle. So let's not wasting time and let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your foundation and apply your foundation and your pressed powder so that it sets your foundation. And I'm just going to be using NYC's 677 Nude. It's just a cheap Walmart brand. My only trick for this is to use like the sponge applicator brush. It's Eco Tools. It's got a smooth and round side and a point. And like I said, I got this from Walmart, so I'm just gonna speed through me doing my foundation because the only trick I have is to get a lot under here because I don't normally, this is where most of my makeup runs. So. And for my powder, excuse me, I'm just gonna be using Wet n Wild's Color Con. It's a bronzer with an SPF of 50, and this is Reserve Your Cabana number 743A. And then to apply it, I'm just going to be using just a small little fluffy brush, and then a larger fluffy brush to kind of smooth it out. So I'm just going to speed through this process a little bit more. Well, halfway through that process, I realized that I was still wearing a giant sleeping shirt, and I did not need to. I would recommend always changing into whatever you're going to wear that day, just because, and always do your hair after your makeup because your hair will stay out of your face, and then when you put your shirt on, you don't have to worry about messing up your hair or your makeup. So that's just another tip that I have. The next thing you're going to start on is your eyes and your eyeshadow. Okay, so today I'm going to be using the primer, which is right here, in this NYC's Individual Eyes for blue eyes. This is actually 942 Smoky Blues, but I'm sure they come with, the primer comes with all of the individual eyes, or you can just use a different primer in general. Then I'm going to be using Wet n Wild's Panther, which is a very matte black, and then Wet n Wild's Sugar, which is a semi-matte, semi-sparkly white color. So in order to do the primer, I just take the little sponge applicator that comes with it and just apply it on my eyelid and right under my eyebrow, and then I take my finger and I blend it all in. So it doesn't have to be super perfect, just because it's going to be, there we go, it's going to be blended in, and so it doesn't have to be, you know, the most beautiful thing in the world or anything. So I just kind of haphazardly do it. Then you just take your finger and you just blend it in, so. Like that. Like that. And then in order to do my eyeshadow, I have this dual-ended brush. It's from Face Secrets. It's a duo shadow brush. This is the first end, if it'll focus. It's just a fatter, fluffier end, and then this is more of like a crease brush type thing. So in order to, in order to do the white, you're gonna take the larger end, and you could do this with a foam applicator. I just prefer brushes. You're going to take the larger end of the brush, and you're just going to apply it all the way, everywhere. You can get it as white as you want it. This is actually a little bit more of a sheer color than I thought it was going to be, so I like it really pigmented, so I'm just going to. I'm just going to speed through the rest of the process just for time's sake. Okay, so this is as light as I'm going to want my eyes to be. If you can see, this one is a lot wider than this one from my end. I don't know how the camera picks it up, but that's about the amount that I'm going to get on the other side, so I'm going to speed through this side as well. Alright, once you have that done, you're going to start applying the black. And for the black, it's really simple. All you're going to do is take, there we go, is take the other end, the smaller crease brush end of your brush. Just get a little bit of black. You don't have to get a whole lot, but you don't need to get too little. And you're just going to take it and about where you would put your wing, which you're going to do anyway. And even though it's not a finished product, you want to make sure that you get them pretty even as far as distance that you went out with your point and all. So then you're just going to take and the other end of your brush, you don't need the black. Now you're just going to blend it all out so it's not so, you know, in your face and dramatic. You're just going to take it and just kind of blend it all in, and it'll probably end up being like a more of a grayish color in the white, but that's fine. These colors do blend, the Wet n Wilds do. Okay, once you have that done, they should be pretty well evenly blended and spaced and all. And as you can see, there's already a difference between this eyebrow and this eyebrow, and it just creates a more defined look. So once you do that, I normally start with my liners, and I don't normally do my eyeliners before because I don't want any of the powder getting on it. The first liner I'm going to do is just a simple white pencil. It's a Color Icon Wet n Wild pencil. They come off really easily, and it's just white, so I'm just going to put it on my waterline because it creates a brighter eye and a rounder, more open effect on my eye. The next thing you're going to do is your liquid liner, or just your eyeliner in general. You could do this with a pencil, you could do this with liquid. I would recommend either a gel, which is what I'm going to be using, or a liquid liner. just because they go on really smooth and they have that pointed tip that you can work with. So for this is my gel liner. It was actually a Claire's Cosmetics that I got. However, I have seen this exact same product without the Claire's logo on the top of it at Walmart for like $3. So when I get low, I'm going to Walmart instead of Claire's. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get some on your brush, and then what I do is I just take it and draw out the top of it, and I draw really close to my line. To my lashes. That way I can always add to it instead of having too much and having to try to take it off and restart over my entire eye. Okay, so this is my base. As you can see, I don't have it very large and pronged out. And then I just take it and I start with my wing and where I want my wing to end, and I extend everything else from there. So that's my wing for that eye. My one trick for gel liner is that if it starts to get where you can feel like it pulling, you need to get more liner on there, because although it may look like you have a lot, it's not enough to create that smooth line that you're looking for. And the other thing is that you want to get your points really even, because you don't want to have like one point up here and one point going out. It's like this, it'll look really weird all day. So as you can tell, my points they're not perfect. I had to actually redo this one because it looked really funny compared to that one. So just make sure and adjust. And if you ever do have to redo something, get a Q-tip, and then this is Maybelline's Clean Express. It works so good to get off your makeup. The next thing you're going to do is your blush, and I just use next thing you're going to do is your eyelashes. Always color your eyelashes before you do mascara, because if you do mascara first, then your curler sticks to it. Excuse me. What I'm going to do now is just curl them, and so this is Maybelline's Rocket Volume Express. This is the waterproof one because you never know when it's going to rain in Texas. And it's always good to be prepared. Now you're going to want to do your lipstick. This is just my lipstick pencil. This is Prestige lip liner. And I like to accent my Cupid's bow because it's not very much there. So I'm just going to do that. Once you have it lined, just go ahead and fill it in. That way if your lipstick rubs off, you still have that lip liner that kind of gives you the red underneath. And once you've done that, you're just going to take your lipstick, which this is just an NYC lipstick. This little paintbrush type tool, it's just a little lip tool, and you're just gonna fill in what you just did. So this is the makeup look, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all have any suggestions feel free to let me know. I know that it was kind of hard to see with me moving between camera and mirror, but I'm working on getting that better, so I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any suggestions for future videos or anything that could help me, that'd be greatly appreciated. And that's all I got. Thanks, you guys.